and we are presenting to you a road trip through Turkey. Okay, so this is basically a map of everywhere we're going. We're going to start up here in Istanbul and work our way down to the capital, which is Ankara. Then go to Kirikel, Cappadocia, which got cut off over there, Derinkuyu, Pamukkale, and Olympus. Alright, starting off in day one, this is a picture of one of the wonderful architectural masterpieces in Istanbul. So in Istanbul, I think what we'll be doing is getting to know the city and touring and then buying some groceries for on the road and the other sites that we have to come. Day two is one of our second day in Istanbul, and at the end of the day we're going to pack up and leave for our second destination, which is Ankara. Ankara has a lot of beautiful scenery, and it has a lot of really fun activities. For example, there's a lot of like museums and just fun stuff to go do. And see, like there's a monorail there. That's fun. We go to Kirikel, which I have no clue how they managed to build this, but this is really cool. It's just this floating sink in the middle of the air. I thought that was really cool. And Ankara also has a lot of, Kirikel has a lot of beautiful scenery as well. Next we go to Derinkuyu with its underground cities that were built to escape the growing Roman Empire. Everyone fled underground and they built these really cool cities. And then of course we go to day 8, which is Cappadocia. And Cappadocia is probably the opposite of Derinkuyu. There's a lot of like open air things, there's hot air balloons, and there's a lot of cool mountains. There are caves. There are a lot of caves. There's actually cave hotels there, which is where we'll be staying when we go to Derinkuyu. See, look, cave hotels. And basically a whole city built into the side of a mountain. Okay, so day 11, we'll be going to Pamukkale, and this personally is my favorite tourist spot because it looks like it would be freezing cold here, but it really is actually warm and about 70 degrees every day. The rocks look like ice. Some of these are rocks, some of these are pools of water, but they all look like they're ice, but it's actually really warm here and really sunny and nice. And then we go to my favorite spot, actually. It's called Olympus, and it's got a lot of ruins and cool things built into it. And my favorite spot of all is the Eternal Flame, which sounds really cool, but I like it because there's a lot of fire there and the fire just never goes out. It's always burning, like even when it rains. And I just thought that was really cool. And our roadmap again for review. Okay, meet the guides. Annika's going to introduce herself. Okay, I was born in central Minnesota. I grew up in a small town, small enough to have chickens in your own backyard. I actually do that, that's not made up. I know how to deal with a lot of different types of people and animals, because I know how to, calm down young children. That's just a very important skill when you're on a long road trip, calming down young, screaming children. And there's no excuse for not helping to chase off the stray chicken or peacock that escapes the farm. I've actually had to do that. I have a lot of experience with the outdoors because I go hiking a lot in the woods in my backyard, and I can help. I have had to chase off a coyote before. That was kind of fun. I like to read, and I will share facts about a lot of things. If you try to correct me, I will probably get annoyed though. And I like to read and swim in my free time. Okay, I grew up in Minnesota. I had 2 younger siblings, and so I'm well equipped to deal with
little kids saying, "Mom, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do this?" And telling them they need to stay on a good schedule while also being able to be flexible. I love to climb around and get my hands dirty, and I know exactly how to get from one place to another with the least amount of effort and time required. I'm very cheerful and good with people, and I think that this is one of the best trips I've ever been on.
Pricing for an REI member, I was thinking it could be 4,600. I'm just gonna round up there. For a non-member, it would be 5,600. But a kids discount, they get 700 off if they're ages 0 through 18 when we're going. There would have to be a $500 deposit, and it would be paid when you sign up. But then you could get a refund
100 days prior to the departure.
It includes 14 days traveling with the group, rides, van trips to new locations. Some meals are included because some of them, our plan is like the group can split up and choose what activities you're going to do. So then you might go to different places and order like at a restaurant or something. And beverages and snacks will be provided in the tour vans. Some of our equipment is included, like sometimes you might be able to go on a group, I guess, hot air balloon ride, and airplane flights are included.
Alright, dates and weather. The temperature is going to change as we go from one place to another. Some days it might be cold, it can get down into the 40s sometimes. Around when we're going, June or July, it's usually 60 to 70 degrees every day. However, it's recommended to pack some warm clothes for the days that it does get chilly, and the rainfall average is about 40% in all the cities in June.
And
Oh, that's our last slide.
Yeah, that's our last slide.
Okay.
Questions?
Well, I love a road trip. So a road trip through Turkey seems fantastic. Can you talk a little bit more about what we'll be traveling in and how big the group is? I'm just kind of trying to think about, is it just the group I'm traveling with, or might it be making new friends?
Making new friends kind of thing.
So how big are the vans then?
I would say
They're like, the vans would be like those tour buses that you take on long trips, I guess. Somewhat like that.
And it looked like it was about 21 hours over the course of the 2 weeks. Is there an average time that we're going to be spending in the car, or is there a longer day for travel than others?
The longest trip is 9 hours, but it's normally around 2 hours.
Which day is that? The 9 hours.
I think.
I believe our longest trip was between.
I think they're including Pamukale or possibly Pamukale.
I believe our longest trip is the 9-hour trip between Pamukale and Olympus.
Okay.
How about hotel accommodations? Are we all staying in the same place, or do we get to choose in the city where we would stay?
Depending on what activities you're doing, you want to be close to the places that you want to go to, so they could be within walking distance. So the group will split up into separate hotels and separate places.
Is that included in the price then, or is that?
Yes.
Yes, that is it.
Who's your target audience? You say that you can have really small children and obviously older adults, but who are you really trying to target?
Well, anyone can really go on this trip because you can choose your activities that can go with a person. Like, if you have a small child who may not want to walk as much, you can go to maybe museums and parks, but then if you want to go hiking, you could go on a long hike through a forest or something. It really depends on your personal preference.
Why did you pick Turkey?
Oh, Kate has 2 foreign exchange students living across the street. A foreign exchange student.
Who
not
lives in
two.
Turkey, and she talks about how amazing it is there. So I thought I would love to go there, and so we did our research, and it's such an amazing place. So.
Any other final questions?